My name is San Edwards, and I'm the founder of the Inspired Village Urban Revitalization Movement. And for nearly a decade, I've been obsessed with one question. Not a housing question, not a construction question, but a fairness question, a future question. It's a question that I believe sits at the center of what many communities across America are experiencing right now. Why are the people who physically build our communities so rarely in a position to own them? Think about that. Every day, contractors, tradespeople, construction professionals, and skilled workers wake up and create value. They frame the houses, renovate the buildings, restore neighborhoods. They solve problems. They make redevelopment possible and build the very communities we depend on. And yet, too often, ownership, equity, and long-term wealth accumulate somewhere else. The people building the future are frequently excluded from participating in it. At the same time, communities across this nation are facing a housing crisis that grows more urgent every year. Families are struggling to find affordable places to live. Young adults are questioning whether home ownership is still within reach. Seniors are being priced out of the communities they've spent a lifetime helping to build. Veterans, working families, healthcare workers, teachers, and essential workers increasingly find themselves caught in a system where demand continues to rise while housing production struggles to keep pace. And while millions of people qualify for housing assistance programs, vouchers, and support services, one reality remains unchanged. You cannot house people in housing that does not exist. The more I studied housing, redevelopment, workforce challenges, investor behavior, community development, and partnership structures, the more I realized we weren't dealing with a shortage of ideas. We were dealing with a shortage of alignment. The people with the skills weren't always connected to the opportunities. The people with capital weren't always connected to the reliable local execution. The people committed to strengthening communities often lacked a framework capable of bringing everyone together. Everyone was working, but too often they were working separately. So I stopped asking how to build another program, and I started asking how to build infrastructure, not roads and bridges, relationship infrastructure, ownership infrastructure, the infrastructure for redevelopment, the systems, pathways, and strategic alignment necessary to move communities from vision to execution. That's why the Inspired Village was created, to help contractors move from labor toward ownership, to help investors identify opportunities supported by stronger local ecosystems, to help redevelopment professionals build relationships that increase execution capacity, and ultimately to create community-centered developments that don't simply add housing units, but create pathways for long-term stability, ownership, and economic participation. Because I believe something that should not be controversial. The people who build communities should have the opportunity to own part of them too, not just work in them, not just service them or survive in them, but own part of them. And if we get this right, we're not simply talking about housing. We're talking about wealth creation, workforce stability, economic mobility. We're talking about giving more people a meaningful stake in the future of the places they call home. I believe Richmond has an opportunity, not just to respond to today's challenges, but to become a model for what intentional redevelopment can look like when community, capital, construction, and leadership move in alignment. A model where development is not something that happens to people, but something they have the opportunity to participate in. A model where contractors become investors, where neighborhoods become stronger, where redevelopment creates ownership, not just occupancy, where growth creates opportunity, not displacement. Because the future is going to be built. The only question is, who will help build it? And more importantly, who will have the opportunity to own a piece of what comes next? If you're a contractor ready to stop only building projects and start building ownership, there's a place for you. If you're an investor looking for more than random deal flow and understand that execution is where projects succeed or fail, there's a place for you. And if you're a community leader, employer, lender, policymaker, or resident who believes our communities deserve better options, there's a place here for you. This work is bigger than any one project, bigger than any one development, bigger than any one organization. This is about helping shape the future landscape of Richmond and creating a model that can extend far beyond it. And if that future is going to be built anyway, then let's build it intentionally. Let's build it together. And let's make sure more people have the opportunity to own part of what they already help create.